Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and it is Friday night, which means it is time for Friday Night Fights, our weekly PvP War of the Visions tournament. It's a special week, though. It's week 4 of the Duos Cup, which means we're into that top 8, which means it's time for picks and bans. We are listening to Legend of Dragoon soundtrack, but picks and bans are about to go live. A change we've made to the draft format for this week is it was requested to have a round of bans before picks. So you can see our seeds on the screen here. First seed Dervis, second seed Sir McCrane. Then we've got Marv and She in third and fourth. We've got Koryu in fifth, Kiwi in sixth, and then Cuckington and Lazy Pairs actually coming in for as subs. They finished tied for 8th place, actually. Lost out in a tiebreaker, but a couple people couldn't make it today. So we're subbing them in. They will be the 7th and 8th seeds for the day. Now, Lego Pants made this beautiful spreadsheet here. We're going to be going through all the picks and bans will be happening on Discord. So we'll be watching that, and we'll just be updating it as we go. Please, if you're wondering, you post the picks and bans in the match codes channel for the people participating. Let's do it. Let's do some bans. Let's get things rolling. We're testing stuff out right now. Might have to edit this out of the video, but I might not. I'll just talk. Let me just filibuster a little bit while we're doing some things here. So, really nice update. This bans. As we ban, unit pictures will appear here, and then the draft will take place. Now, if you've never seen one of these drafts before, it works like a fantasy football draft. First person drafts first, right? 1 through 8. Then it reverse orders. So, Lazy Pairs being in 8th. Has to wait till the 8th pick to make a pick, but then gets the 9th pick as well. So there's actually some power in having those later picks, because then it goes 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So even though Dervis gets first pick, he won't get to pick again until the 16th pick. Then he gets 16 and 17, and everybody will get 4 picks in the draft. We do that to help you give a little flexibility to your roster when you get into the fights. If we look at the brackets here, here's how it's going to play out, right? Our first match will be the 1 versus the 8. That's Dervis versus Lazy Pair. What you can do, in the draft to add a little flexibility is you can say, well, I'm going to watch who my opponent's drafting, and I'm really going to try to beat them. The drawback is, even if you beat them, if you only picked to beat them, you might get beat down in the next round. So you kind of have to do a little bit of thinking about things. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the Discord here. Let's see if pick and bans are live. Yes, the emoji or the GIF of Joker saying, "And here we go," has been posted, which I'm guessing is supposed to trigger the beginning of bans. Dervis is typing right now. Let's see what he comes up with. What do we got? Bring him in. There will be some editing to the YouTube video for sure. That's okay. It's my job. One thing for sure, if you're in it, if you're doing the picks and bans, guys, be ready to type. Be ready. It's going to go Dervis, McCrane, Marv, She, Koryu, Kiwi, Cuckington, Lazy Pairs. Okay, first ban of the tournament is Cloud. One of, in my opinion, the top, 2 to 3 units in the game. And if you can see, the stats on the screen here, there's a really cool, breakdown of the unit as they're posted. So, typically, Cloud has been, the second most picked in the Elemental Cup. He was the second pick in the New Year's Cup. He was the 26th pick in the Coastline Cup, which is a massive fall off. And then I have him ranked as 110 cost unit on my tier list. Next ban is Ibarra. Lightning getting targeted super hard with the bans here. Ibarra actually hasn't been played that much in the final rounds of the tournaments, but 100 cost unit. Celis comes in from Marv as the 3rd ban. Oh my goodness. Celis off the board. I really expected to already see that one. I really expected to already see Starlight ELENA getting hit with the ban hammer. You can see she's been picked first in every top 8 draft. First in the Elemental Cup, first in the New Year's Cup, first in the Coastline Cup. Average draft position 1. Not 1 point something, just 1. But you know what she's getting picked in this tournament? not applicable. She is kicked out. Okay, so first 4 bans. I'm not surprised by the Cloud and ELENA. I think Cloud and ELENA were predictable bans. Celis is a little bit surprising. That'll really hurt. If somebody was wanting to play water today, the Celis ban really hurts them. And actually, we have a bit of a shake up here. Terra has been banned. I don't know if the order changed there. It doesn't really matter what the order the bans are in, just as long as the bans are right. But Terra's an interesting ban. Now, especially it's interesting with the Celis ban. Maybe she right there is thinking some like counter play action. I don't know. Jume makes a lot of sense. That's one of the best tanks in the game getting taken off the table. And then Velis getting banned. So all of the elements except for Earth have had a ban in, and there's the one we definitely expected to see. Locke is taken off the board. So 2 lightning units gone. 2 light units gone. We're going to have to do this tournament without Cloudabara Celis, Terra, ELENA, Jume, Velis, or Locke even getting to participate. Esther, as Twitch chat is pointing out, Esther slides through. Esther's available. But without Cloud and Nabara to pair her with, Renan is on the table and maybe higher in priority. So now we go to the draft. It'll be Dervis picking first. We will go back and forth between this screen and the roster screen for this draft. We'll kind of watch this play out, and then if we want to break down some like analytics of the units, we can come back to this page where we can see the same kind of stats we were looking at on the last one. Okay, so let's check the Discord. Let's see how things are going. Okay, picks are underway. Now, Dervis, first pick in the draft, goes for Black Rose Helena. Keep in mind, Dervis does not get another pick until pick 16, so goes with a generically very strong unit. And of the units still remaining, you could make an argument that Black Rose Helena is one of the best. That'll put Sir McCrane up for their first pick. And if let's go check out the stats on Black Rose Helena, right? Where has Helena been taken in this tournament before? Well, 11th, 5th, and 11th. So has been an average of 8th pick in the tournament, which is pretty much on point for what we're getting today. We had 8 bans. She came in as technically the 9th mentioned unit, but the first pick in this one. Summer Elsie comes off the board as the second pick. So immediately what we're seeing is without those like big time power picks available, we're really getting pushed down in priority quite a bit. I think Summer Elsie's a great unit, probably not somebody who's ever been picked in the first round before. And then Marv brings out the Esther. So Esther, first week available for tournament play, first week available for a end of cup tournament, immediately makes it. And then Aranea comes in for she. So Spicy Ice Girl instantly in there. We have 4 different elements already picked. I want to point out Earth. Earth has not been banned or picked yet. And with a lot of the lightning units gone, that might kind of nerf Earth's viability here. We'll see. We'll see. Jume being gone really helps Earth, but Halloween Little Leela, Winter Luartha is still a thing. Okay, Koryu goes for the King Mont pick, and then there goes Halloween Little Leela. So Koryu picks up King Mont, really probably the best tank still on the board. Solid first pick. Kiwi taking the Awu Nation, Halloween Little Leela. Cuckington comes in with Oberon. There's the first mention of Earth today as either a pick or ban. The 100 cost Oberon is off the board, and now it's lazy pairs. So the thing with lazy pairs, 2 picks in a row. Fryevia for the first pick, Laura Croft for the second pick. So going mixed element team, knowing that they're fighting Dervis in the first round, says, okay, Dervis has a dark unit. You really can't counter dark, right? You could pick light, but you're just as likely to counter yourself in that situation. So goes for a tank, Fryevia, and then Laura Croft. One of, I would say not a ton of people own Laura Croft, but she is very, very strong. And I would say her strongest partner, Winter Victoria, is on the table still. But Lazy Pear's got to go up the board and down the board to get another shot at her. Cuckington picks up Marymore. with his second pick. So an Earth plus Wind team here. 2 big damage units. Marymore also a good supporter with those group buffs, can poison, etc. Now it's Kiwi's pick. Kiwi, very much known as a light player, but there has not been a light unit picked. Just by getting rid of Starlight, ELENA, and Locke, light has just zoom in priority in this tournament. Now there's Engelbert. You gotta, like, Big Daddy Engelbert will never be bad. That is definite. With King Mont also already off the board, I think Engelbert was looking like your best tank available. June was banned. King Mont's already been picked. Engelbert probably rounding out about 3rd place on the tank list. All right, let's see though. Koryu's pick is next. Okay, so Engelbert's gone. Now Koryu, who had King Mont, is going to take Renan. That's a big takeaway pick from Koryu because it removes the Renan Esther potential like power lineup from Marv. Keeping Renan from getting back up that list was probably a really big deal. And then she gets Valentine's Day Salir. So she has a really powerful ice team forming right here. Here's the thing with She's comp. Who's she playing in the first round? Koryu. Koryu's got King Mont. Koryu's got that fire tank. So even though she is going for like good power there with the ice picks, watch out for your first opponent's tank maybe. I don't know. Now Marv picks Winter Luartha, probably one of the strongest remaining physical DPS units available. That's an Esther, Winter Luartha, that's a lot of power. You got a super strong mage. You got a super strong piercing unit right there. That team is looking for just something to like glue it all together. Or we've seen just pure powerhouse teams win before too, where you just go offensive power and go at people. Okay, Esther's not a mage. Esther's a, sorry. I was thinking it was Renan. Esther is a physical damage, 2-handed sword, big bunny girl. Yeah, Renan's on Koryu's team, not Marv's team. Big brain, that one. Okay, we're back to Sir McCrane. Now, Sir McCrane has Summer Elsorel, a water mage. And I got mage right that time. What do you pick here? Laura Croft's off the board. What is good for water still? Well, Celis has been banned, right? So do you go for like, do you take the Winter Victoria away from Lazy Pairs right here? Do you take a Ildira? No, you go Summer Kilpay. So Sir McCrane is just going summer units. Just says, look, I'm going to pick the summer collaboration units and just roll with them because that seems fun. It's only our 2nd light unit picked, by the way. And if we look, wind is dominating in element picks right now. So's ice. Actually, 3 ice and 3 wind with fire, earth, and dark only 1 each. Now, speaking of dark only getting 1. Dervis first picked Black Rose Helena. Then 15 other picks happened. Or 14 other picks happened. A lot of other picks happened. And guess what? No one picked a dark unit. Dervis has to decide right now, do I just go dark? Because he's got 2 picks. We're all the way back up the board. He could go Dwayne Kane. He could go Dwayne Golbez. He could go Promptu Golbez. There is everything available for Dervis right here if he wants to go a dark team, and you can't really counter dark. So somehow or another, things are kind of working out for him here. Let's see what he goes with. I would be surprised if one of the next 2 picks for him, his 2nd and 3rd pick, were not at least Dwayne. I imagine we're going to see a Dwayne. Joker is technically in the game right now. Came out 2 days ago. So that would be a very fast build. If we see a Joker Violet or Queen in this tournament, I'm going to be impressed with the speed of not only leveling that unit, but getting their resonance ready to go, gear, etc. So here we go. Oh, okay. Lego Pants doing some fancy artwork to the thing while we're waiting for Dervis's picks. Adding a okay, so we get to see a picture of the last picked unit. That's really cool. We are pushing the limits of what a Google Sheet can do. Okay, now Dervis's 2nd pick is going to be Golbez. So double Mage Dark Squad online Golbez, Black Rose, Helena, and then a third mage comes in. Classy Glassy. Glacialia Regalia, you might say, if you can say that. Good luck saying that name in its entirety. It's nearly impossible. And I actually want to check Classy Glassy's pick status in previous tournaments. If we go to the draft board over here, she's only been picked in a draft format one time before, and she was picked in the 20th spot. I do have her as like an A-tier unit personally, but she has not seen a ton of play in this tournament so far. Now, speaking of Dwayne, I am surprised Dervis didn't snag Dwayne. Sir McCrane says, let me just take that Dwayne right now. Needed some kind of tank, I think, to combine his two mages, Summer Elsie. I'm sorry, to combine his two summer units, Summer Elsie and Summer Kilfay. Dwayne can do that job. That's great. Then Charlotte comes off the board. So Marv does get a powerful lightning duo, if nothing else. Charlotte coming in, she's in that King Mont, tank area. A better all-around tank than Engelbert. Nice. Engelbert better physical, Charlotte better at kind of magic, and then, you get what I'm saying. And then, oh my gosh, she is like all in on ice. Just says, I'm going ice, baby. We're doing the ice thing. Aranea, Valentine's Day Salier, and Rosa comes in as that third pick. So, that is 3 ice units. And so far, if we're looking, she is the only person building a completely mono element team. Still has that 4th pick to deal with. But now Koryu, who's looking at that, has to think, what can I do? Koryu knows at this point that they're going to be dealing with at least some ice, regardless of what she picks with the next pick. Koryu's looking to face that down, right? If we look at the bracket here, that is a match. She versus Koryu is our second match of the day. So Koryu's got to be thinking, okay, what do I do? Goes with Noctis. A just generically very strong pick, has 100% hit abilities, does a mix of physical and magic damage with Conjure Armature. Solid overall pick to pair with King Mont, Renan, and Noctis. Oh, baby, you guys. We did it. Kiwi has picked Violet. So we've got a Persona 5 unit in the tournament for the first time ever. Violet is coming in. Oh, man, here we go. So that's a Halloween Little Leela, Engelbert Violet squad. Cuckington goes for Big Daddy Zazon. You are Zazon coming in. So a very strong Earth team coming in for Cuckington. And that more the merrier pick makes more, LOL, sense now than it did before. If Cuckington's plan the whole time has been, I'm going to build Earth, well, you don't want to be dealing with more the merrier. You don't want to be dealing with Halloween Little Leela. Kiwi did get Halloween Little Leela. Marv did get Winter Luartha. Those are going to be a bit of a struggle for the Earth Boys, but the more the merrier pick does make sense as a denial for anybody being able to build a mono win team. Okay, it's Lazy Pear's turn now. Lazy Pear's sitting on Fryevia Lara Croft, and that Fryevia pick, I bet you she just hates that, because she up here trying to get that Fryevia going on, and now what is Lazy Pear's going to pick? You have an ice unit, you have a water unit, you have a tank and a shooter. What are you going to do for number 3? Winter Victoria is available. If Lazy Pear's have that, that would be a good combination with Lara Croft. Remember, Celis has gone farm. Okay, farm comes in. Let's check the draft status of farm in the past. If we look at farm, never been picked in a tournament before, right? And then, because you have back-to-back picks for Lazy Pears, is still able to snag the Winter Victoria. That means that Lazy Pears has an ice tank and 3 DPS water units. You can really lean into the water DPS cards here, just make Fryevia kind of tanky, and let things roll from there. So a really good draft for Lazy Pears, making the water team, and making a water team even without Celis. Okay, Cuckington's turn. We got 2 Earth Element units, and he's the only person with an... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Koryu also has Noctis. So, does Cuckington go all in on Earth, or add something else in here to tie the team together? Because really, you've got a kind of Laswell. Interesting. So, what's the thought here with the Laswell? Is that a denial from She? I kind of doubt it, because they don't play in the first pick. It could just be a generically strong pick, right? Combined with Oberon, you have a lot of piercing damage there. could be an evasion team with Zazan Laswell trying to get some sneaky dodges in. So we'll have to see what kind of team Cuckington actually puts together with 4 DPS units, basically. If you look at so one cool thing about the far right side of the screen, on my average, that's the average star or cost rating I would give all of these units. So Lazy Pears has an average cost rating 87.5, Cuckington's is at 92.5, and there's Yuna. Kiwi somehow always gets these like OP light teams no matter what. I don't know how it works out every single time, but the #1 light player in these tournaments is Kiwi Stings, and he always gets light teams. He first picks Halloween Little Leela, and then gets Engelbert Violet Yuna. That, you can build so many teams there, and supports are just coming off the board now. Koryu, who has a tank, has 2 DPS units, gets a support unit. Aerith coming in, so Koryu, a lot of options to play with there with team comps. You have a tank, 2 damage dealers, and a support. You can go standard, tank support DPS. You can go double DPS tank, double DPS support. A lot of choices. Regular Glassy comes in for She. So and this is an important pick for She as well, I think. Knowing you're probably facing a King Mont in the first round, you have 3 ice units, one of which is a spear unit. You can go for a water DPS here. Go for a piercing team, maybe with Aranea Glaciella, mix in one of your other ice units, and there you go. And then Varouche comes in. Marv snags Varouche. I wonder if we've seen Varouche before. Let's check the draft page here. I don't know that he's ever been. He was the 30th pick in the New Year's Cup tournament, and that's the only time we've seen Varouche in a draft format before, making his 2nd appearance here, and that is an Esther, Winter Luartha, Charlotte Varouche team. A mix of lightning and wind, with a Charlotte being like the glue that kind of ties that whole comp together, I think. Winter Luartha Varouche could be a fun wind kind of team to see. Now, Sir McCrane's up next. Sir McCrane has not picked 2 units of the same element yet, has 2 summer units, and Dwayne. Knowing that Dervis is the next pick, does he go for a denial? I doubt he goes for any kind of dark denial here. If McCrane picks a dark unit here, it's probably just to pair with Dwayne, just to have a dark possible team. Sir McCrane would not play Dervis in the first round. Sir McCrane, I believe, will be against Cuckington. So Cuckington's team's all over the place. It's pretty hard to pick against that. You don't even know what you're getting. He goes with Mont. MR Mont, the boy with the stones, stone throw tossing, main character of the first half of this game, Mont, comes in. And then it's the last pick of the tournament. Okay, let's see. Has Mont ever been picked? Has Mont ever been picked in the draft before? Yeah, in the very first tournament, Mont was the 31st pick. So Mont making his 2nd appearance in the draft. Okay, 100% hit missile unit Mont over here to pair with the rest of that team. Pretty spicy. Guys, don't sleep on MR Mont. I kind of hope MR Mont shows up in the actual matches now. Okay, last pick of the tournament is Dervis. 2 dark units, 2 dark mages, and then a fire mage. What do you do to tie all this together? I would say Mont would have been a decent pick. Get yourselves a tank. Who's still available here? Are we going for like a big time MR unit? Gilgamesh is on the board. And Gilgamesh is one of the strongest units in this game right now. But does it make sense in this team? Something like a Kane might make more sense. Give you some physical damage. Rain is available. Warrior of Light goes with the tank. Says I needed something to just tie. I needed beef on my team, right? I got all these mages. I need a tank. Goes for the old #1 tank in the game who's fallen up, maybe, a little lower priority than he was in the past, but still a very good tank. He can get it done. And at an average score of 92.5, Dervis is what? The 2nd highest? Highest average score, according to my own tier list, I guess, is Marv at 93.3 with the Esther Luartha Charlotte Varouche combo. Okay, so picks are in. Now we go to the tournament. So we're going to pause the recording for a bit here, give the players a few minutes to put their teams together, and then we'll be back with the matches. Okay, it's time for our first actual match of the tournament. We've got Dervis versus Lazy Pairs. Now, if we break down this matchup a little bit, it's the 1 seed versus the 8, and it's also an extreme veteran player in Dervis, who's played in 20 Friday Night Fights tournaments, has won 4 of those tournaments, has 2 third place finishes, 8 times in the top 10, lifetime win percentage almost 65%. Comes into this as the 1 seed, has also won a top 8 draft before, has the Discord title that you can only get from doing that, versus Lazy Pairs, who's played in 3 tournaments. That's exactly enough to have played in this Cup series, right? Snuck in as an alternate by somebody who couldn't make it, first time in the draft. There you see their rosters on the screen. So now we have to figure out, what did they go with? Well, here's the actual lobby that's up. Dervis is going to run the Warrior of Light. Lazy Pairs is going to run the Fryevia. So that means we're going to get tank on tank. Now, if we break down like what the rest of their roster look like, Dervis is bringing 2 Dark Mages and a Fire Mage. Probably not bringing the Fire Mage into this fight because Fryevia is going to be backed up by 2 water units, regardless of which 2 water units Pairs chooses to bring in. So we'll see, right? Chat is saying that Lazy Pairs has the advantage because of the water, I guess. Lazy Pairs does have a lot of range, but I would never sleep on Black Rose Helena and Golbez power. There's a lot of power in there. Fryevia, however, very strong magic tank. Very strong magic tank. So we'll see. Both players are ready. We're just waiting for them to hit that start button and off we go. Now, if the game looks a little bit different today, I am streaming this from my phone for stability reasons. Okay, here we go. It is the Dark Mages and Warrior of Light versus Fryevia and the Water Ladies. And it's not a double missile team for Pairs. It's actually going to be a farm with Lara Croft. Very interesting. Black Rose Helena here, going to cast her own TMR, get that shield and agility up, and then walk towards the enemy because that's what she does. Lara Croft, first turn of the match, going to pop bells and start moving into shooting position. Lara Croft, a very strong missile unit. Golbez channeling his buff for himself and charging forward. Warrior of Light probably going to go defense and spirit up and gain that initial hate. Everyone on the mage team is grouped. Fryevia comes in, Spellville Blade, that is a stacking defense and spirit buff for her. There's Umbral Calling, so dark attack and unit attack resist up for Golbez and Warrior of Light. It's Helena's turn. Here comes the first big hit of the tournament, and she's going to go with her Limit Break. This is going to hit Fryevia, and I think it sneaks into the back and hits Farm as well. Let's see. Not only does it hit Farm, it kills her. Farm, even with that illusion buff up, does not dodge anything, and the AoE is so powerful at the beginning of this fight. Both carries for the water team have taken AoE hits. Barrage comes out, only hits Warrior of Light, so spacing is a huge deal so far in this. Warrior of Light steps up, goes with the taunting spell. Fryevia doesn't have aggro, so oh my goodness. Okay, it's Fryevia's turn. She's going to channel a spell. Here's the thing about Fryevia. She has full life and she has healing. She's going to go with the Curada onto Lara Croft. Drain comes out from Helena though and kills her anyway, and now it's Fryevia versus 3. Dervis is looking real strong here. The way the grouping worked out, just so much wombo combo from the Dark Mages. Meteor comes out, Fryevia's taking a beating. It's Warrior of Light's turn. Shift attack. He does the step back in, slap you with my sword move. And then it's Black Rose Helena's turn. She steps forward, channeling a spell. Fryevia's in a lot of trouble. She's going to go Knight's Blessing, a big heal, and a shield for herself. But here's the thing. She's going to need to sustain to the point where she can afford to cast a full life if she has any chance of winning this. I don't really think she does. Golbez and Black Rose Helena is just too much power. So here we go. Golbez goes Abyssal Quasar, 2719, and a Silence lands. Here we go. Warrior of Light goes Nuke. It's going to summon the Death Machine, 1333 damage. And here we go. It's Fryevia's turn. Regenerate, not going to heal her enough. She's probably going to look... Nope, she just slaps Warrior of Light. I think Fryevia has accepted her fate at this point. Black Rose Judgment, she's down to about 1-ish HP. Helena gets another turn. Here we go. Channeling a spell. Black Fang comes out from Golbez. Spirit down debuff, but more importantly, Fryevia down debuff, which means that first round goes to Dervis. On the screen here, you see our second round matchup, and we're going to get to that one straight away. All right, it's time for She versus Koryu, the 4 versus 5, and once again, She, new to the tournament scene, Koryu, a veteran of the scene. You can see their rosters on the screen there. Who are they running? Well, Kyoma, aka Koryu, coming in with the King Mont in slot 1, She going with the Rosa in slot 1. So, what's Rosa going to bring with her here? You have to assume that she is going to try to bring the Glaciella in to try to deal with this King Mont. I would expect this comp to be something like Rosa, Aranea, Glaciella, something like that. For Kyoma's team, you've got that King Mont in slot 1, excuse me, with the option of Renan, Noctis, or Aerith in those final slots. Really, Renan is kind of the big one for me right here, right? If Renan's in there, Glaciella might die before she can go deal with King Mont. That could be a big deal. We're just waiting on the players to hit go here. Both of them have readied up. They can go whenever they're ready. Okay, here we go. So it's King Mont, Renan, Aerith, a kind of like standard team comp there. Tank, support, damage dealer versus Triple Ice. Look, she said, I know I got Glaciella to come in here to try to deal with King Mont. Not even worried about it. I'm running the Ice Girls, and we're just going to run King Mont down. We're just going to do it. Aranea pops those bells to get more into the fight here. It's going to be... Now, okay, Valentine's Day Salier. Let's not forget about the power of Valentine's Day Salier, except against mages. She actually dealt with that pretty good. A lot of times Valentine's Day Salier just gets rocked by mages. Right there, she tanked that pretty well. Rosa finds all 3 with the Hail Shower. It's actually dodged by King Mont. You don't see that very much. And then Aranea is going to back that up with High Wind. Once again, area of effect attacks, a big deal in this tournament. And Renan is deleted from the map early. Okay. King Mont's turn. I would never count this King Mont out. He has that fire elemental advantage. He does proc the counterattack there, and then he lowers the slash resist of the entire enemy team. Chi Shot Fury comes out, barely any damage, but it does start a chain attack against Mont. Here's Holy Prayer from Aerith. It's a heal and spirit buff. Rose's turn now. Are people low enough that she heals? No. She snipes the Aerith. She just picks her off. She says, Aerith, you gotta go, and she sends her home like Sephiroth. 4,000 damage comes out from Aranea against Mont, and let the ice chaining begin. It is Valentine's Day Salier's turn. She's going to drop the Bombardment of Love here. This will be a buff removal and 2,000 damage. Mont, what kind of AP situation is he in? There's a world where he berserks all 3 of them and wins. It's not going to be this world, though. He just can find 1. It looks like height was too much of a differential there for him to hit all 3. He finds 2, kills Rosa, and he's hanging in there. Crucially, though, Valentine's Day Salier was not berserked. She double hits him right there, starting that ice chain again. And Aranea will equalize her 4609, and that's the G to the G. The ice team overcomes the King Mont, and that's our second fight. So, next up, we've got Sir McCrane versus Cuckington, and let's get straight to that. All right, next match. We've got my voice cracking, and we've got Sir McCrane versus Cuckington. Now, Sir McCrane and Cuckington, both with interesting last picks. The Mont and the Laswell. If we jump into the game, we're already loading in. So let's see what the comps they go with here. Oberon, Marymore, Zazon versus Summer Units and Dwayne. Really, really interesting. I'm surprised Dwayne fell as far down in the picks and bans as he did. He was once the OP global unit. Since, yeah, he's been power crept as the #1 guy in the game since then, but he's still a top hitter in this game. And paired with 2 strong summer units right here, he's good to go. Now, that accuracy buff was a good adjustment for the Dwayne team because there was a chance you got some kind of Laswell Zazon evade shenanigans coming out from the UR Zazon team. I don't think that's the case, but that buff still puts Summer Kilfei in a good position towards the back line, and that accuracy buff could be nice for later. Meanwhile, though, Dwayne just got trucked by Marymore, and then Law of Geoassimilation does a similar amount of trucking to Zazon. Now here we go. Zazon steps forward. He's going to go Ruinous Slash. Dwayne is the first casualty, so I talk him up real big, and then he gets shablasted by the enemy team. Frostwind Axe comes out. Zazon dies for the first time, but it's Zazon. you gotta kill the guy more than once. Thunder Smite comes out, and that's a one-shot onto the Summer kill fade. And now it's Marymore's turn. 85 AP. Is she in range of Elsie? She sure is. And it's 5,400 damage. Her poison rate goes up. Elsie needs a humongous AoE right here. Geo Assimilation. That's it. That's what she needed. She kills them all and full heals herself. Okay, is this the comeback? Oberon says, I'm going to try my best to not have this be the comeback. He's going to go full Kaladin Stormblast mode and drop 7,200 damage. It does not kill her. She's still alive. It's Elsie's turn, 75 AP. She's going to go Devitalizing Glint. That kills Oberon, and with 248 HP left, Summer Elsie 1v3s the enemy team to pick up the win, and Sir McCrane will advance to the next round. G to the G. We've got one more first round match coming up. Let's go there next. Next up, last fight in the first round is Marv versus Kiwi. And this is another example of Kiwi, a veteran player, versus Marv, a new player. Kiwi has played in 31 tournaments. And in those 31 tournaments, 4 first place finishes, 4 second place finishes, also won an entire Cup series before. Versus Marv, the new guy with a very good track record so far as tournaments. Here we see the slot 1 players for both teams. We've got Esther making her appearance today in the draft versus Engelbert. So the thing with Esther, right, and something to look for in this fight, Esther, very, very hard to tank. If built right, has a lot of defense pin and a lot of slash resistance pin. So can Engelbert, widely considered the best physical tank in the game, deal with that, or will Esther kind of run him over? And is Kiwi backing that up with the Violet Yuna? Yes, Kiwi is backing it up with the Violet Yuna. So we're getting 2 Lightning Wind versus Mono Light team. Is Mono Light good enough to win even with ELENA and Locke off the table? It's Violet going first. Vorpal Blade comes out targeting the Luartha. Big damage, 6,200. It's not enough to kill her, but it does take her very low. No healer on the table for this Lightning team, so she is low and she's going to stay low unless she's dead. Attractwell comes out for Charlotte. That will help keep her alive by, pulling some aggro. And then it's Esther's turn. 10,000 HP, 29 AP. She's not in range to do damage yet, so she's going to go AoE resist with a physical shield. That'll be good against Violet. It'll be good against Engelbert. We'll see what it does against Yuna. There's Courage from Engelbert, and he's also going to get a re-raise, I think, from Yuna. Luartha's turn. She's staring a big boy Engelbert and a little girl Violet in the face. Javelin Fall, 5,100 damage with the defense down buff. Here's re-raise, so Engelbert has Courage and re-raise, and is rocking the skin, at least, for the Starlight ELENA sword. He might actually be using it because that agility can be kind of nice for him. Here's the Space Chicken coming out, Space Laser, and Winter Luartha's deleted. So she did get 1 attack off, but she's dead. And now it's Violet's turn. Violet down to only 1 AP, but is running bells, crucially, will get to go again. Charlotte's up next, 43 AP, and well in range of the enemy team. She's going to go Terra Slash, so it's Monk Charlotte, but it's dodged. Engelbert and Yuna both dodge the attack. What can Esther do against that nonsense? Well, we're going to get to see Bunny Bolt Blitz for the first time. Jumping around the screen, lightning bolts everywhere, Bunny in the sky, huge damage, Violet's dead, and that is the power of that limit break right there. Gonna hit, kills Violet, takes Engelbert low. But remember, Engelbert's still got 2 lives left after this one. He's gonna go Retribution Drain onto Charlotte, heal himself a little bit. Yuna's up next, and Violet is dead right now. She might not be dead for long. We'll have to see what Yuna chooses to do. Charlotte's gonna slap Engelbert for 821 damage. And it's Esther's turn. Now here's the thing, Esther's out of AP, but note her auto attack hit for 1,400 damage against Engelbert. That's a good sign for when she gets some AP back and gets to use actual moves against him. Retribution Drain comes out again, and this Engelbert is sustaining like the tank god that he is. Yuna's turn now. This is looking like a full life from Yuna this time. Here's Lightning Strike. Lightning Resist down for Engelbert. Can Esther combo that with the killing blow? Or is Engelbert out of hate? No, he's not. Bolting Impact, 7,000 damage. There's the Courage proc. So Engelbert running out of lives. Full life misses. Violet, the full life whiffs on Violet. Oh my, that's game changing. Engelbert slapped Charlotte for 501. I wonder if that Violet didn't have her faith maxed out. She might not have max faith. We'll have to see. Kiraga comes in from Yuna. Engelbert's hanging on, but Yuna now has that aggro because guess what? Engelbert's ran out and everybody hates Yuna. So here comes Charlotte. She's probably going to go slap Yuna real hard once. Yes, Surge Strike. She punches Yuna for 1900 damage. Don't sleep on this light team. Engelbert Yuna is not out of this fight yet. They have way more sustain than Charlotte Esther does, and Esther's AP situation is not great. Kiraga comes out from Yuna. Both light units are full HP. Esther needs to generate some more AP. She's back up to 26 after that auto attack. Esther's next move might determine how this fight goes. It's going to be a summon from Charlotte. So landslide wall comes in. It does hit Yuna. Yuna's low, but Yuna being low just means Yuna about to heal. Engelbert goes and hits Charlotte. Now, Yuna, she's going to start channeling a heal. Does she get it off in time? Yes, it's Prey. She goes with her instant cast heal, which is more than enough to full healer. What can Esther do? Esther needs to remove Yuna from this game for this Lightning team to have a chance, in my opinion. With only 14 turns left, you don't want to lose to turns. 7,600 damage, that will do it. Yuna's dead. Now it's Engelbert versus 2, and I don't know that Engelbert has the damage to kill these girls. The Lightning girls are looking pretty strong. Charlotte's turn next. She only has 1 AP. She's already summoned, so all she can do is go slap Engelbert for a little bit. How many retribution drains does Engelbert have left? Probably not many, right? That might be his last one. I haven't been counting. Esther's turn, she's just going to slap him. And once he's out of a retribution drain, he might not have a lot of other moves turned on. He might be in full-on auto attack mode. Charlotte with 29 AP is going to lightning strike. There's the lightning resist debuff. Engelbert's turn again. 10 AP. He's just going to auto attack. He will probably auto attack he goes for Charlotte here. 606 damage. And now, Esther just slaps him. Is Esther out of moves? Are all of the rest of her moves turned off? Maybe. I don't know. She has plenty of AP. You'd think she'd go for an attack. I don't know. The game seems to be dropping some frames. That is something we deal with here in War of Divisions. Okay, 2 turns left. Esther, 42 AP. What are you going to do? She's going to step back, bolting slice, 4,800 damage. That basically locks it up. It'll be Charlotte next. It's actually not. That dead player takes up the last turn, and that's a GG. So the Lightning Girls, Esther in her first tournament gets the win. Kiwi will not be repeating as a winner of the Cup Series. So there we go. Now let's check out the bracket real quick. With the first round over, our next match will be Dervis versus She, followed by Sir McCrane versus Marv. If we look at the board here, here's the next match, Dervis and She. Let's go to that one straight away. Here we go. First match of the second round, Dervis versus She. Ice team for She last time. Really powerful dark mage use from Dervis with that Warrior of Light coming in. So does She substitute in the Glaciella? Does Dervis stay with the same team they're running last time? Well, here we go. Dervis going to show off slot 1 Golbez this time. And look at that magic stat for Dervis. 4,535 magic. That is crazy. She has a little bit more of a balanced team, 3,162 attack versus 2,188 magic. That's pretty solid, right? Now, hopefully the frame dropping issues are over, but I did see some skipping in the background. Might need to restart my client, even on my phone, after this match if we have those issues. I apologize if that's happening. Now, much like last time, there is one fire unit in this match against the Ice Girls, and this time it's Classy Glassy. King Mont could not deal with them. Can Glaciella do any better? Black Rose Helena puts her shield up. It's Rose's turn next. She's going to go with Limiter off, give herself that agility and range buff. That's pretty nice. Now, is Golbez in range to already start doing damage? Maybe. You really want Golbez to get his, early turns in range of the enemy because he has a big-time steroid early in a fight. He is going to cast his Meteor Shower. This is going to do damage to just Charlotte. Yeah, not a ton, 2,200. RNA is up next. Can she go ahead and hit Golbez, or is she going to get to do bells? She's going to go ahead and hit Golbez, and it's High Wind. It's her limit break. This could be good if it kills Golbez, but the drawback here is RNA hard carried last time. Now she's already out of AP, and here comes the Fire Mage. Dreams do come true. Is the dream for Glassy to get a double kill? No, almost. About half HP on 2 units. Chi Super Shot will kill Golbez, but here comes the counterattack. Rosa's up. She's going to go Ice Crystal Era onto the Glaciella. This Rosa is all about doing damage. Remember, her limit break is an AoE heal, but she's got to be standing next to the units to do that limit break. Here comes Black Rose Helena, Tinderbolt Rose. You got to think this is a double kill right here. You got to think it is. Both these Ice Girls are in a lot of trouble. Is it a double kill? It sure is. Valentine's Day Solier and Aranea both down, and Glassy's up. Dodge. Okay, Reflex. Never forget, Reflex is OP, and Rosa showing that off. She snipes Glaciella. Glaciella's out of the fight, and it's Rosa versus Black Rose Helena. Crucially, Black Rose Helena gets to go first. Here comes Black Rose's Hex. Rosa's going to take 2860 damage. She's low HP. Will she go for heals? Will she go for damage? It depends on like what she has set up for the AI on this Rosa. Surefire Shot comes out. How much damage? 4,700. Black Rose Helena's at 2,000 HP. Black Rose's Judgment comes out. Oh my god, wait, she lived. Rosa lived. 205 HP. Is this the comeback story? Surefire Shot comes out and she does it with the clutch reflex on the Glaciella attack. The Rosa 2v1s Black Rose Helena and Classy Glassy. What the heck just happened? The 1v2s and 1v3s have been insane so far in this tournament. Rosa OP? Chat is saying Rosa's OP, or at least they're saying wow. Like Matt, like, you know, the actor who says wow all the time, whoever the hell that is. Anyway, great fight. Rosa's moving on to the finals. Okay, next match is going to be McCrane versus Marv. We'll get straight to that one. Okay, last semifinal match to determine the last person to go to the finals. And we've got Sir McCrane versus Marv. Now remember, Summer Elsie was the MVP of her last fight. This time, though, she's back in the lineup, but look at that Esther. There is lightning power from Marv's team, so it might be on somebody besides Summer Elserel to carry this fight. Not a problem. There is Summer Kilfay in there, and does Prince Mont come out? Remember, McCrane has Prince Mont, the MR tank. Does he whoop him out here? No, we don't get to see Prince Mont. This was his probably opportunity against the Lightning Girls to come out. Decided not to. Here we go. Charlotte, Esther, Winter Luartha over here. AI doing some AI processing power. We'll see. We've either lagged out or we've just got a little bit of lag. I'm not sure. I'll tap the screen a few times. I believe we have crashed. So that is unfortunate. I'm going to leave the room and jump back in as fast as I can. Now, sometimes when you're doing stuff live, technical difficulties happen. So I apologize for those, but let's test my typing speed to see if I can get back into this room before the match is over. Maybe, possibly, hopefully, we'll see. Has Esther already killed the entire enemy team? Stay tuned for the next episode of Esther and Goku, where Esther takes 17 years to transform into rank 2 and then takes another 17 years to transform into rank 3. We'll see. Okay, here we go. We're live. Spirit Ward Mastery comes out from Summer Kilfay. We didn't miss much. I'm guessing one of the players actually crashed and came back, which bought us some time. Winter Luartha gets her re-raise on. Now it's Dwayne's turn. 33 AP, in range to drop an Armor Crusher onto Charlotte, which could be a nice setup for Summer Kilfay. Summer Elsie hits her for another 1,700, Charlotte down to 5,000 health. It's her turn though. She steps up, she's going to go Lightning Strike, lower Dwayne's Lightning Resist. Dwayne looking a lot tankier this match than he looked in his previous match. Summer Kilfay comes up, big damage onto Charlotte. It's Esther's turn. What can she do? Is she in range to do some damage? She's at 51 AP. She's going to go Surging Storm, jumps over to Dwayne, and just as I say, Dwayne looks a little bit tankier than he did last time. Esther's like, do you know what? I'm untankable. You can't tank the bunny. And she removes Dwayne from the fight. Next up, we're going to get a Sleepy Time Water Tornado here from Elsie. That will not kill anybody because they're both lightning units, and that feels bad. Meanwhile, Winter Luartha hasn't done much yet. It's her turn to start contributing. She is going to step forward and do Javelin Fall onto Kilfay, 5,902 damage. That's a lot, setting up for Charlotte. Now, with Dwayne dead, Charlotte can pick whoever she wants to hit, but without any AP, all she can do is auto. It's Esther's turn, but again, AP continues to be a problem for this Esther squad. She's going to have to just auto attack onto Summer Elsie. That kind of keeps Sir McCrane's team alive in this match. Kilfay's going to finish off Charlotte, so Charlotte's down, and Kilfay didn't have to move, which will crucially save her some CT. Devitalizing Glint comes out onto Esther, 2400 damage. It's Luartha's turn. Luartha really needs to kill Kilfei right here. Kilfei has a lot of CT built up. There's the defense piercer. That's the vision card move. It hits real hard, and with that defense debuff and it being Esther's turn next, Summer Elsie's in a bad spot. What's Esther going to do? She's going to go with Surging Storm, and it does 4,205 damage. This time, Summer Elsie does not hang on with like 205 HP to 1v3 the map. Esther, too good, takes her down, and the Lightning Girls make the finals. Marv sliding through into that final round. And if we go look at the bracket, that means we've got She and Marv playing in the finals here. Somebody's going to win their first ever Cup Series tournament. Get that unique Discord title that you can only get by winning this week. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get ready for that final match. We'll be right back. All right, the final match. The winner of this gets the exclusive title. Marv and She, two new players to the tournament scene. This is their first month participating. And yeah, if you're ever scared to join the tournaments, they're proving it. New players can win it all. We've got the Ice Girls versus the Lightning Girls. I want to shout out here, Varouche, the only guy available left, the only guy that made either of these two rosters and not getting used. It's possible that gacha players might have a bias towards female units. I don't know if that's true. I'm going to need to do some scientific research to figure that out, but here we go. Lightning Sisters for Marv have been super strong, and look at that. Esther pops bells this time. Her biggest problem in this tournament so far has been her lack of AP. That problem is solved by using the bells. So Esther really going to get a chance to shine here. Rosa going to go with the agility up and stand still maneuver that worked so well for her last time. And this time Aranea also going to get the bells cast. That was a problem for her in the last fight, was AP, not this time. Somebody who doesn't have an AP problem is Valentine's Day Salier. She starts with 134 because she's a mage, and that's really useful. Now, what can she do here? She's going to go, oh, she's in range to drop the limit break already. Bombardment of Love comes out. This will be a buff removal and only 1,600 damage. Very well tanked by Charlotte, who then also procs her spirit up. There's re-raise onto Winter Luartha. That could end up being a big deal later. Here comes Ice Crystal Arrow. Big damage. 5,300 damage with that Ice Crystal Arrow into a cross discharge on Luartha. Now, note right there, the buff removal has taken the hate off of Charlotte. She no longer has aggro. So even though Valentine's Day Salier's attack did not hit Charlotte that hard, it very crucially took the hate off. So Charlotte is now just kind of like a low AP bruiser running around the map. But the high AP, real big damage dealer here, Big Bunny Girl, gonna put the Lightning Bunny on the screen. What kind of damage are we getting? We are getting 4,435. Valentine's Day Salier is good against physical units and continues to be so. In fact, Valentine's Day Salier just tanked the whole enemy team and is still ticking. Equalizer comes out from Aranea. Huge damage. Charlotte's down. Winter Luartha's up. 56 AP and has re-raise. She's going to jump, and jump will kill Valentine's Day Salier. It's a 2 versus 2, and it will remain a 2 versus 2 even after that kill because of re-raise. Now, Esther's turn. Enemy team is grouped. Can Esther take advantage of that to go for some big damage? What kind of range are we talking about here? It's her turn, 78 AP. She walks up, Bolting Slice. It's a double hit, and it's a big hit, but not a kill. Aranea and Rosa are proving to be, thick ladies. Arenea's turn, 146 AP. Luartha's low. Esther's at about 80-85%. We're probably going to see a limit break or a summon here because the game has paused. When the game pauses like this, that's usually a sign we're about to get a cutscene. I'm guessing we got a cutscene incoming, and it is High Wind. It's going to be the limit break from Aranea. This will probably kill Luartha. Is it enough to kill Esther as well? No, Luartha dies, but Esther hangs on, and Esther is proving to be very, very tanky here. Ice Crystal Arrow, never mind. Esther's dead, and guess what? She, with the Ice Ladies, just ran the Ice Ladies the whole time. Last pick that Glaciella. Glaciella never came off the bench. Just had faith in the Ice Ladies, and there it is. GG. Ice picking up the win. Aranea, Valentine's Day Salier, Rosa steamrolled the tournament. Well, steamrolled as in Rosa got a big reflex against Classy Glassy. But congratulations to She earning that Discord title forever immortalized in the Church of Eileen. as a Cup Series winner. Now, next week we won't have a tournament because I have a sponsored Echoes of Mana stream on Friday. So tune into that. That'll be really cool. We'll do a bunch of co-op boss runs. I'll have a guest on there. If you guys have heard of Meet Me on Mars, he'll be guest starring on that stream as well. Looking forward to that. And then the week after that, we will kick off the next Cup Series. I'll tell you what, Reflex is banned. I don't know if there's going to be any other rules, but I promise you we're banning Reflex. So, look forward. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah, catch you next time. Peace.